Hello everyone, welcome to Harry's Book Cafe. Today in this bonus episode, we will talk about why we read and attempt to answer the question that plagued many readers. Why read when you can't remember the books we read? And in the later part of this video, I will talk about the books that we should avoid. I almost stopped reading last year. Life got busy. But then I realized something uncomfortable. Every opinion I had was just the last thing my friends said or my family believed. That scared me. This video isn't about being clever, it's about freedom. Let me give you some reasons why reading matters and some not so obvious ones. Reason number one, escaping local influence. If you don't read, your worldview is limited to the 10 or 20 people you see every week. Your parents, your partner, your co-workers. That means your value, your perspective is just a local average. Reading is the only way to escape that. A book from a different country, a different century, a different life. It breaks you out of your postcode. Without books, you don't choose your beliefs. Your neighbors do. Reason number two, it is the most affordable way to learn from geniuses. Reading is the most inexpensive way to learn from someone who has seen it all and done it all. For the price of a cup of coffee, you can sit with Nobel Prize winner, a Roman emperor, and a CEO who has survived business disaster. You get decades of hard-earned wisdom for a few pounds and a quiet afternoon. Where else can you find that? Reason number three, you are not alone in your struggle. Reading also motivates you when life is difficult. Because however hard your situation feels, someone has already been through it. You are not the first one to lose a job, to lose a loved one, to stuck completely. A book shows you the path someone else took. It doesn't fix everything, but it reminds you you are not broken and you are not alone. Reason number four, conversation across time. Reading is also a conversation across centuries. When you open a book from 200 years ago, you are hearing a voice that outlived empires. You realize people 300 years ago, 500 years ago, worried about the same things: love, betrayal, money, meaning. That shrinks your anxiety. You stop thinking, I am a mess, and start thinking, this is just human condition. Reason number five, reading gives you empathy. No abstract sympathy, real practiced empathy. When you read a novel, your brain stimulates being someone else. You feel what it's like to be poor, scared, furious, or in love. Scientists has scanned brains. Reading function activates the same regions as real experience. You're not just learning about people, you are practicing being them, and that makes you more caring, less cruel in real life. Reason number six, builds mental muscle and focus. Here's something you don't hear often. Reading is cognitive resistance training. Unlike scoring videos, reading requires sustained linear attention. You have to hold a character's name from page 30 and remember it at page 300. In a world designed to fracture your attention every 10 seconds, the act of focus makes your brain stronger for everything else. Reason number seven, active escape, not passive numbing. Video games and TV can distract you, sure. But reading requires your imagination to build the world, the faces in the room, the weather. The active co-creation is deeply restorative. You live your own head, but you are not numbing out. You are building something, even if it's only in your mind. Reason number eight, cultivate intellectual humility. Every time you encounter a brilliant argument or a beautiful craft idea that you never could have expressed yourself, you are reminded of how much you don't know. That is not a weakness, it's a gift. It keeps you curious, open, and less arrogant. The more you read, the more you realize how much you will never know. Reason number nine, ultimate second life stimulator. You got to watch characters make decisions, good and bad, and see the consequences play out over years, all without any real risk to you. You learn why someone betrayed a friend, sacrifices everything for a cause, or stay in a destructive relationship. Life rarely gets you the kind of complete act Book give you hundreds of them. Now here's the question every honest reader asks themselves. What's the point of reading if I won't remember most of it? I've asked that. You have asked that. And here's the truth I have landed on. Remember is not the point. Reading is a process, not an event, just like a revolution. Do you remember every meal that you had last year? Nope. But those meals build your body. The nutrients became your bones, your skin, your energy. You don't remember the omelette from last Tuesday, but you still made of it. Reading is the same. You won't remember every plot twist or every fact, but the process of reading, holding attention, feeling someone else's pain, wrestling with an argument, changes the structure of your mind. It builds your patience, your vocabulary, your ability to sit with complicity. Those changes are subtle. You won't notice them day to day. But after a year of reading, you will find yourself reacting differently to stress, listening more carefully, spotting lies faster. You might forget the name of the character who betrayed her friend, but next time someone manipulates you, you will feel a familiar unease. That's the book working. So don't measure reading by how much you'll memorize, but measure it by what you have become. So yes, you will forget, but that's fine. The river flows through you. You are the riverbed, and over time, the river reshapes the stone. But let's be honest, not every book deserves your time. Here's what to avoid, and with real examples, you know exactly what I mean. Now, this first one might seem a little bit controversial, but hear me out. Number one, books are boring or a struggle. Just drop them. If you are only finishing to finish it, stop. Give it 50 pages. If you don't like it, drop it. For example, Atlas Shrugged. Many people drag through the 1,200 pages out of obligation. Don't. Life is short. The ideas in that book is obnoxious to many people, so don't waste your time. Number two, books that make you feel stupid. Deliberately. We're not talking about challenging books, right? We're talking about obscure. The authors show off with jargons, long, tangent, no handrail. For example, Finnegan's Week by James Joyce is famous for being almost unreadable. Even English professors argue about it. That's not a book, it's a puzzle box. Put it down, don't waste your time. Number three, books that only confirm what you already believe. If you can predict every argument before you read it, you are not growing, you are hugging yourself. Drop it. Number four, books are just social media feeds in disguise. We're talking about short chapters, bold quotes, every page, written to be clipped and shared. They train the same fragmented attention as your phone. For example, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, or any quote-a-page gift book. Real books have paragraphs, real books have sustained thoughts. Number five, books that normalize harmful worldview without criticism. This is subtle, a novel that romanticizes abuse or a memoir that celebrates manipulation. If the book has no moral spine, it can dial your own alarms. For example, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, criticized by domestic violence experts from framing an abusive relationship as tragic romance. You are better than that. Number six, extreme horror. I love horror books. I read a lot of them. But books whose only goal is to describe torture and gruel in loving details has no literary merit. It exists for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to shock you. You are better than that. Don't waste your time on this. Read quality horror novels from the masters like Stephen King. Don't waste your time on things like The Cow. You're better than that. Now, before I conclude the video, here's some practical advice. Now, many people believe that they need a large chunk of time in a day to finish reading. That is not true. You can squeeze your times on commute if you take tube, buses, or metro. Those are perfect time for reading. If you read 10 pages a day, that's 3,650 pages a year. About 15 books. That is a big achievement. So please try out Take little times rather than large chunk of times, and after a year, even a month, you'll be surprised just how much you have read in that month. Anyway guys, I hope you like this new concept video, this bonus content that I will post every Sunday, where we not talk about a particular book, but we're talking about subjects that's related to books and related to reading. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel. And I shall see you in the next video. Cheerio guys.